Everybody, this is Dave Bolduc, doing a live video here from Xavier High School up in Middletown, waiting for my son to finish up with a football practice. They're getting ready to come out now. I just wanted to talk to everybody real quickly about the mortgage contingency in your contract. So we've talked a lot about buying a house and gotten all the way to the point where we have a contract and we're pretty much at the end here. You're talking to your lender right now, the inspections are done, you know you're going to get the house, and you've got to protect yourself financially until you actually get that 100% what's called clear to close from your lender. Your mortgage contingency does that. So I want to tell you 4 things. You know, what is it? Why do you care about it? And I kind of just told you why. And then when does it come up and who's responsible? So tell you a story to tell you the story. So I just had a closing a little while ago. Hey Ralph, how you doing? The client had a VA loan. So VA loans, they require an appraisal. That appraisal is also an inspection. They're looking for safety, health type things. And there was a bunch of peeling paint. So the appraisal would not be passed without peeling paint being addressed. So we ended up getting really close to the closing date and actually went past the closing date. And we still hadn't resolved that peeling paint. We ended up extending the mortgage contingency 4 times, and we did that because we wanted to protect the ability for my buyer to get out of the deal if we couldn't resolve that peeling paint issue. We were able to resolve it and we were able to close the deal, but keeping that mortgage contingency in place was extremely important. So what is the mortgage contingency? The mortgage contingency is a section in the contract, and it talks about who you're gonna, whoops, a little windy out here. So it talks about who's going to, oh my goodness, sorry. It talks about the loan you're going to get. Is it conventional? Is it FHA? Is it a VA? Whatever that is, cash. And then it's going to talk about what the percentage points, you know, what's your interest rate you're going to pay, how much you're going to put down, and things like that. And the most important thing is it's going to say when you're going to get that clear to close by. That's that protection that you really need. So I'm worried about the wind right now, sorry. So you put that into the contract in the beginning, and then you work with your lender to make sure that you get that get all the information in so that they can meet that date. So that's what it is. Why do you care? Because if you let that contingency expire, then you are now obligated to buy that house, and if the lender comes back and says you can't get a loan, then you got problems. You're going to end up getting sued. There's going to have to be some kind of a deal worked out with the seller, and you don't have that protection of that escape clause, that mortgage contingency. So it's really important. So that's the second thing, what it is and why it's important. Then the third thing is when does it come up? I kind of talked about that. You set it up in the very beginning, and then it comes up towards the end where it's really important, right before closing. So typically you'll see mortgage contingencies expire so probably a week, 2 weeks before the closing date, and those do vary. And like I said, you can extend them, but it's got to be mutually agreed upon by both parties. And then the third thing is who's responsible. So ultimately, the buyer's responsible. But let's be honest, the buyer's got a lot of things going on, and this is where you should be counting on your realtor, me, and your lender to make sure that they're paying attention to that. Hey Jessica, how you doing? I think I missed somebody in there, I'm sorry. But so really the buyer's responsible, but your agent should be taking care of you, that your real estate agent and your lender should be watching that and making sure that you're covered. So that's what the mortgage contingency is. It's really important. So I told you a little bit about what it is. I told you about why do you care. Told you about when does it come up, and then who's responsible for it. So hopefully this will help you as you go forward. Hey Kelly. I did say your lender, Kelly. I said the lender's responsible as well, right? Everybody can back me up on that. But let's get together. Give me a call if you have any questions. I'll put it down underneath this, my website. There's also other blogs that I've talked about. You know, the whole buying process. I'm just about done right now. It's on my website, which is www.davebolducrealty.com. And if you do /blog, that'll bring you right to the videos. So 203-464-1479 if you have any questions. If there's anything I can help you out with in real estate, please give me a call. You guys have a great day.